What is going on, you black and white motherfuckers? It is me, catchy, you know. Seeing the fallout from Haney versus Lomachenko has been delicious to watch, you know, for many reasons. First of all, I enjoy the crying from the racists and or Haney haters. This is the worst thing for them, you know. First they see how dare a black man put his hands on a white man. First of all, at the weigh-in, that offended them first of all. Secondly, you see how if you look at the response, people are saying things like, it was a close fight either way. I'd give it 1 point to either fighter, but I think Loma deserved to win. Well, if it's a close fight and you give it 1 point to either fighter, why did another fighter deserve to win? You know why? It's because of your bias, man. Even if it's an unconscious bias, you know what it is. It's disgusting, man. You people make me sick, especially when you're talking about a robbery. Listen to my video on this fight. I'll put a link below for you to see the video. Listen to what I say in the fucking video, right? I say this will be a close fight. I said Haney is going to have trouble tagging Lomachenko clean. I say people are saying that Haney is going to go in there and dominate because he's bigger. It's not going to happen. People forget Lomachenko, one of the, if not the greatest Olympians, you know. Look at him fight. You don't even need to see his Olympic record. If you look at a man in the ring, the way he move around the ring, he got a different level of skill, you know. Haney is a really good fighter. He's a good fighter, a good boxer, a good mover. But Lomachenko is on another level. The fact that Lomachenko is a little bit older probably evens things up a little bit. But don't forget, Haney, what is he, 24-year-old kid, man. Him still learning. If you look at the Linares fight, him get clipped, he got hurt in that fight. Yeah, he won the fight, but it wasn't 100% clean. Gambosis is a good difficult fighter, but technically nowhere close. Lomachenko was one of the best fighters on the planet, you know. Of course it's going to be a close fight. So any idiot saying this was a easy fight for Haney, even me say it, and me blacker than the night, you know, but even me can say that this ain't going to be no easy fight for Haney. I said that in my bomber clout video. Go and listen to it. How and what did I predict after the fight would end? I said unanimous decision, Haney in a close fight. Me might not have the subscribers of the rest of the channel talking shit, but me a former African pro boxer and I know boxing, you know. I know the fight would go like this. Listen, all the excuses, all the crying. If you hear anybody saying this fight was a robbery, disregard anything they ever tell you about boxing ever again, because they do not know how to score. They are a casual fan. A robbery is not a close fight that doesn't go your way. That is not the definition of a robbery. The definition of a robbery is a fighter, a fighter losing a fight which he has won like 5, 6, 7, 8 of the rounds clearly, not close, clearly. That is a robbery. A robbery is not a close fight and you're unhappy with the decision. Learn how to score, for fuck's sake. How many of you out there were sitting there with your scorecard? Me downloaded boxing scorecard app and put it on my bumper ass phone, you know. We don't normally bother doing these things, but I knew it was going to be a close fight. So I actually got out my scorecard, you know. I got my girl sitting next to me laughing at me. She said, what are you doing with that phone at the round? They only rounds every time, putting the numbers on. I said, I'm scoring the damn fight because I know a lot of people are going to be crying and bitching over the score. And most of them ain't got the attention to look at their woman for like, more than 3 minutes, let alone every punching around. They don't know what punches are landing clean. They don't know what punches are grazing. These people are scoring fights. They ain't got a clue what they're talking about, you know. Goddamn pisses me off. This was a close fight, and the only people who are saying it's a robbery are those who are crying, racist, or don't know how to score. It hurts them to their soul. I will say this, Lomachenko is a great fighter, and this was a close fight. And if you're a Lomachenko fan, and if you think that Lomachenko should have won this fight, I completely understand, because it's a close fight. If you're an Haney fan, and if you're thinking I'm sick of hearing people moan he won the fight, I understand, because it's a close fight. Nobody was robbed in this fight. Do not disrespect the fighters. Do not disrespect the sport of boxing. And please do not show your abject ignorance in front of me and other boxing fans by calling this fight a robbery. Lomachenko lost. Deal with it. The most frustrating thing about this whole situation is that you know now that Lomachenko is now going to have his third excuse. Remember him saying, me technically don't think I've lost the fight at all. I haven't lost the fight at all, you know. I don't count those 2 fights as losses. Now he's got another excuse. This man has to accept when him lose, you know. Be a gallant, brave warrior that we know he is. Accept that him lose. It was a close fight. In the first round, nothing really clean was landing, and I don't give points for effort, you know. I give points for punches that landing cleanly, you know. If you have to pick one person in the first round, I pick Loma. And like I said, it was a close fight. Same as in the second round. The inside exchanges looked cleaner for Lomachenko in the second round. I said Haney would have issues trying to catch Loma with the head movement. To me, in the video, my prediction, I said, this is the most interesting thing about this fight. I want to see how Haney handles the inside pivoting and movement from Lomachenko. Loma is working more effectively on the inside, I see, in this second sort of round and the third round. And Loma can't find Haney can't find Loma on the inside. Now, in the fourth round, Haney steps back and gives himself enough space, and he lands the right now. And you can see once Haney's got the space, he can start landing the right. And that's the first round that I gave to Haney. The fourth round, the body work in the fifth round from Haney is just slowing Loma down a little bit. See, Loma can't close the gap as I'm watching the fight. He's like from the fourth round onwards, he can't close it as effectively as he was in the first 3 rounds. And then the left hooks by Haney in the second round as he starts to put in a beating on Loma with harder shots. But throughout the fight, no fighter is dominating. There's not one fighter that is winning clearly until we get to the 10th round, and it's these rounds where it's not even close. Loma's effectiveness has risen, and Haney's counters are landing cleaner, and there's a nice straight hooks. But you know, Loma in round 10, the inside combination lands and it hurts Haney. Clearly a Loma round, and he's setting up Haney. Same in the 11th round. These are really good rounds from Loma. He's took the 11th, the 1-2 combination, setting up the shots, and Haney has run out of ideas for these 2 rounds. And what is happening is, because these people are the attention span of a fucking ant, you know, all they remember is the last 2, you know, 10 and 11. And because they got no brains, because they ain't been scoring for the rest of the fight, they've been sitting down drinking this Stella beer and drinking beer, you know, and eating and drinking beer and farting, you know. They're not even concentrating on the fucking fight. So they see rounds 10 and 11, and then them say to themselves, oh, Lomachenko won because he won 2 rounds. You know, these fucking idiots, man. Do not speak on boxing. Learn how to score a fucking fight, you know. 10 and 11, very clear rounds for Lomachenko. In the 12th round, this was razor close for me. Haney had a slightly cleaner start to the round, and Loma didn't close it and put his mark on that round as I thought he should have. The last round for me was really tight, really close, and I think that was the round that Loma really needed to clinch. Don't call a close fight a robbery. This was a great technical fight. I added 115, 114 to Haney, and one of the rounds I had as a 10-10 round, you know. And I barely give out the 10-10 round, but one I had as a 10-10 round. If anybody gives you any other scores much wider than that, they're lying. If anybody says to you, oh, I had it 115, 114 to Haney, or 115, 114 to Loma, but it was a close fight, you know. And I think Loma deserved to win. If you've seen somebody deserve to win, yet you didn't have them winning the fucking fight, what the fuck are you talking about? it is unconscious bias, and I'm gonna call it out every second of the day. You just feel angry because Haney's got that little bit of the Mayweather arrogance. You can see it when him talking, just that little bit of the confidence. And when you see a black confident fighter, it rubs people up the wrong way, especially Lomachenko, who was the poster boy for a certain type of boxing fan. And to see him lose again is very painful. It was a close fight. It was a good fight. And I will forever respect Loma because the man can fight. But his time is done. It was close, but close ain't good enough. As for Haney, yeah, people were overrating him. That's why I didn't in the fight. That's why I said it was going to be a close fight. People are overrating Haney. He's a good fighter, but not quite there yet. And he's got time to learn. He's still a young fighter. Yeah, he's 30 fights in, but he's still got his whole career to go. He's 24 years old, man. What is it? How many fights is he in? 30 fights, something like that? I don't know the exact amount of fights that he has got, you know. My point is, it is not a robbery if it is a close fight. You know why you're saying it, and I will tell you why they're saying it. Now I've got a big bag of popcorn, and I'm going to watch Paulie Malignaggi's analysis on this fight. You know, it's going to be so enjoyable. I hope he's crying sweet, salty tears, which I will enjoy. Unanimous decision on his scorecards to Haney. Even George Gambosis, who hates Haney, even he said Haney won the fight. He said it was close, but Haney won the fight, and Haney beat that boy ass twice. And even he said Haney won the fight. So shut the fuck up, learn how to score. It's a catchy. Damn. The black boxing man. You know, did I tell you my score? I had it 115, 114 to Haney. The black boxing man, you know.